Shirley raised his pinky and carefully took his first bite of fried chicken. It was the first time in his life he had ever eaten something like this. He asked me where to throw the bones. I didn't say much. I just rolled down the window and said, "This is how we usually do it." I saw him smile. Then he followed me and tossed the bones out the window. But my smile didn't last. While we were stopped at a red light, some white guys in the car next to us started laughing at us. It was the 1960s. Racism was everywhere. And here I was, working for a black man. Facing those hostile stares, I flipped them off and hit the gas. But just a few months earlier, I was no different. One time my wife gave a glass of water to a black worker. I threw the glass straight into the trash. I had a bad temper and was the breadwinner of my family. I worked as a bouncer at a bar, dealing with troublemakers. To make extra tips, I even teamed up with the cashier. He'd steal customers' valuables and I'd find them again. They'd thank me and tip me well. But on the surface, I always acted like I didn't care about the money. That's how I built trust and made a lot of friends. Until one night, everything changed. A fight broke out at the bar. I threw a guy out with my bare hands. What I didn't know was, he had serious connections. The bar got shut down. Just like that, I was out of a job. Without steady income, I had to take whatever work I could get. Later, through a friend, I went to a mansion for a driving job interview. When I saw the boss, I froze. He was black, sitting high in his chair, almost like he was on a throne. He asked if I had a problem working for a black man. I didn't like the idea, but I needed the money, so I said yes. He told me he needed more than just a driver. He wanted a bodyguard, a tour manager, and someone to handle daily tasks. He was heading on a tour through the South, the most racist part of the country. 2 months, $3,000 a month, plus room and board. The money sounded good, but I still stood up and turned it down. I could drive for a black man, but I wasn't going to be anyone's servant. He looked disappointed. He said people had recommended me, said I could handle anything. I hesitated. Then I changed my mind and agreed on one condition. I wanted an extra $200 a month, and I would never be a servant. He simply said, "Thanks for coming." That was the end of it. I thought I had lost the job. To pay rent, I even sold my watch. A few days later, he called me. He agreed to all my terms. Soon, we were ready to hit the road. Before we left, his agent handed me a book. It was called Times the Green Book. It listed places in the South where black people were allowed to stay. We set off in a Cadillac. Along the way, he gave me a list of rules. Every performance had to be on a Steinway piano. Every night, he needed a bottle of whiskey. I wrote it all down, but I wasn't exactly a disciplined driver. I ate while driving. I kept turning around to talk to him instead of watching the road. It made him nervous. He told me to keep my eyes on the road. I didn't care. I told him I was only in it for the money. I still had my prejudice. He frowned, but said nothing. That night, we reached our first stop. The white band members were downstairs chatting. He was alone on the balcony. I felt a little sorry for him. But when he sat down at the piano, his fingers danced across the keys. It was the most beautiful music I had ever heard. For the first time, I stopped underestimating him. The first performance was a huge success.